on, fucking fighter boy! My
Speaking of fighters,
God!
speaking of fighter-related stuff, unfortunately, Project Wingman is not part of the thingy, the Black Friday sale.
Oh, is it not?
It was on sale, but only for Xbox, for like a gold sale. It's not unfortunately part of the Xbox deals.
Oh, that actually does suck.
It's unfortunate, but yeah.
Although I will say, I have already spent quite a lot of money on the Black Friday sales. No, Effis, do you want to know how much money I've already spent?
If you're confident with sharing that on stream,
I have spent currently 147 quid on Black Friday game sales.
it's a shame I didn't have a cup of water because I would have spit out the whole volume and more out of it.
However, out of that 147 I've spent, do you know
Yes.
what the total of the items would have been if I hadn't have bought them on Black Friday?
I'm expecting to be shocked.
£1,735.
Oh, I was so close. I was so close. I was literally so close to that. I'm not even kidding. I was thinking at least 4 digits.
Yeah. I've cleaned house and I've filled a 2 terabyte hard drive.
God fucking damn.
Yeah. I have, to say I have cleaned house and I've got enough new games to last me through Doomsday is an understatement. But that is Doomsday and this is now. So less about, well, the incoming apocalypse, because I gather a new reason to go to hell every day. Oh, fuck, I'm choking already.
Jesus.
Fuck me. Oh, I'm choking on my own spit now. I ain't even a cough. What the fuck is going on? It's like even God is telling me to shut up, but I won't. So, even though I weren't here last week, and, well, reasons for that will be disclosed during the stream, let's carry on, shall we? So in 3, 2, 1, welcome back to FTC RTV. I am your good co-host, Mr. Metal Gauge. I'm back from vacation. You might have seen me yesterday on the Phil and Dave show as the frequent guest, but in the main commentary booth, I am back taking up my seat once again and resuming action in the World Truck Racing Championship. Now, my good co-host, Mr. Hiseo Storm, is ill today. He's sick. He's got a fever. He's not feeling very well. So send him many Viking loves and kisses from yourselves here at FTC, because he certainly needs it. But, strolling my way up to the commentary booth, I found a Belgian. How are you doing, Effis?
Yeah, I'm doing good, as usual. Thanks for having me once again in this booth, and I'm looking forward to what COTA will bring for Season 2 of the trucks.
It is honestly a pleasure, Effis, because, no word of a lie, right? Behind the scenes, I asked Effis to be my last minute co-host about 7 minutes before the stream happened.
Yeah, about 15, 7 minutes, but yeah. I'm here, I'm ready to do what I need to do, and I'm looking forward to spend the remainder of my evening with you.
Aww, Effis, you're so adorable.
I mean, you know that I like giving commentary, so let's make the best of it.
Oh, speaking of which, how was it with Hiseo yesterday? Last week?
It was an interesting experience, being in a much different position, because usually I am the secondary commentator, or like, giving extra feedback.
Oh yeah, because you and Hiseo are 2 secondaries, aren't you?
Well, secondary. No, you usually take the lead, I would say, with, like, announcing everything, so that was an interesting experience.
Oh, so you were both like, no, after you, no, after you. Like the most gentlemanly stream ever.
I guess.
Oh, that I've got to go back and watch the VOD because, well, Just to fill you in on where I have been, I went to visit a friend of mine. He lives a little far away from me, so I spent the weekend at his house. We went to Comic-Con, we went a little bit of axe throwing, a bomb went off, and yeah, that was quite the interesting weekend. Came back on the Sunday night, and yeah, that was pretty much why I weren't here. So, I am most certainly back, and I'm with the beautiful Belgian as always. Let's go to chat and see who's currently here. We have got Jubert saying hello. Jubert, why aren't you racing? Why aren't you racing? We've got Savvy Snail in chat saying... I'm sorry?
Hubert wasn't really up for racing tonight because the two tracks didn't really suit his likings. But that's fair.
Oh, so he's a wimp. Okay. We've got
to him.
Savvy Snail in chat. Hello, Mr. Snail. How are you doing, good sir? And for those of you who don't know, Savvy Snail is a very close friend. I do call him a brother. Well, he's very close to me in FS and close to my heart as always. We've got T-Spiv in chat saying, I'm just stopping by to say hello and good luck to everyone racing. Have a good weekend, everyone. Have a good weekend to you too, T-Spiv. Much love from everyone here at FTC. Got Jubert saying, why I'm not racing? I hate both tracks. I got jabbed. Well, Jubert, you can drive with one arm in this game because it does have assisted steering. So, you don't have an excuse apart from WIMP. Yeah, pretty much sums it up. So, whilst we are watching qualifying, as they are on a 3-lap qualifying, 1 out lap and 2 hot laps. And do you know why they have 2 hot laps, Ephes?
Me.
Ephes?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why you have 2 hot laps is because if they fuck up the first one, they've got a secondary attempt. But what happens then if they screw up the secondary attempt, Ephes?
Well, that's it. You're going to bring up the rear, and that's your race settled, because it could be very difficult to overtake in these trucks. And people are already taking a bit of a precaution with COTA West because it is very, very easy to dirty your lap. So people are gonna rather back off entirely.
I don't know why it's called West, because this track is quite literally missing about 2 corners from the full track.
Pretty much? No, pretty much.
You know, instead of like a swooping curve, it just has a little chicane instead.
Yeah, no, that is true. It's a very awkward chicane due to how it is. And I think just Mesa, I think Mesa just stole pole with Crow in second and Sakurai in third.
Mesa did steal pole and steal it with style. My word, at 1:45.7, Crow in second, Saka in third, Heiko currently in fourth, Aaron McGrath in fifth, Nelly in sixth, Infernus in seventh, Tonic in eighth,
Not bad.
Stuck in ninth. That is quite the shocking qualifier, I will admit.
Yeah, I suppose we got perhaps a couple of interesting positions, like Tonic in P8, which is not actually that's nicely center of the midfield.
Oh my!
What's the matter, Metal?
Go to Mesa's truck and you'll see something.
Already saw it. Don't worry.
Mesa, it's his birthday today. I was going to show his truck on screen, but well, that. I will say, happy 94th birthday to Mesa, the oldest current person playing Forza Motorsport 7. And honestly, Mesa, if you do watch this in the video, I really do wish you a very, very, very happy birthday. You're a hilarious motherfucker and couldn't ask for someone funnier. So, you know, love you, Mesa, and hope you've had and still continue to have a fantastic day with a bottle of Jack Daniels and maybe some red wine for the evening. speaking of evenings, have we got an evening for you? Because tonight we have got 14 laps round COTA West, but then we are going to the edge of the country, still staying in the States. We're going to Laguna, Seca, where we'll have 14 laps as well, where the order of that race will be determined by the finishing order of this race. So every position matters.
Isn't it a reverse grid though?
That I don't know.
I believe it is it will be a reverse grids because I am not sure how Stereo Jax would have kept the lead last week for 3 laps.
That is true. The one week I'm not here and Jax performs quite literally a miracle. Jubbit says I can sod off for calling him a wimp. No, Jubbit, that's quite literally the only reason you're not driving tonight. But I will say, though, it's nice to actually see the amount of people here. So we've got Mesa in the boob truck. Then we've got Heiko, McGrath, and Nelly. Nice to see them back. We've got Tonic in the Stoby Mobile. We've got the Chungus Izai. We've got Infernus, Extreme F1, big boss man himself with a diarrhea race suit. We've got Phil, photographer masterclass. We've got my good buddy co-host with the BWR truck. Gotta love it. Then we've got a pigeon. The Saint is boy. We've got Sakura, Stuck. Oh, Jibbit is racing. I think I might have annoyed him into racing. We've got Crow in chat saying. We've got Crow in chat saying hello. Hello, Crow. How are you?
One concern that was communicated with me by Sakura is tires for this race. Apparently, pace is gonna be a lot centered about keeping the front tires as clean as they can be, considering that these trucks really like to put a lot of pressure and weight on the front tires. If they are gone, they're probably gonna be pitting as soon as they can. They're gonna be stretching their tires as far as they can, but they're gonna be taking risks that they can't avoid.
And let's be real, they don't turn good in the first place.
It's a truck. What do you expect?
Well, I could easily direct you to the tank pool Forza edition in Horizon 5.
I actually got that like yesterday.
It is an amazing truck.
It's the best Forza edition they've ever created, ever.
Incorrect.
Oh? You dare challenge me? Then what you got?
Yes. Simple. The E35, I believe, whatever BMW in Forza Horizon 3.
But that's not even unique.
It is.
This discussion will be sorted out later. We got 2 races lined up for you people.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Ephes. We've still got time. Do you know why it's unique, Ephes?
I don't know.
You go back to Horizon 3, and that BMW is the only car truly in the game from launch with drift suspension, because it's got the full turning rather than limited.
Yeah. Anyway, Metal, Sender's on her way.
With pleasure, my Belgian cookie friend. Lights out, away we go here at COTA, where Mesa gets a lightning start off the line, but is looking to actually try and defend it from Crow, who's taking a tighter inside line, but spins up the rear, allowing Mesa to actually ease right past.
Meaning that Crow will have to go on the charge. He's already right behind him in second with an interesting distraction in front of him. And there's a bit of bumping and grinding as well. We're taking this perhaps already way too far of context on the first lap. And through... Oh, Sakura going there a little bit wide there.
Ooh, let's have a look at Sakura and see what happened to him. So that we don't get in trouble again. Nelly going for the dive on McGrath, but failing to make a move.
And tightening it, it's already sort of tightening it up here for single file racing. Lots of tire smoke coming out from some of the trucks. Careful on the accelerators, boys. You don't want to overheat those front tires.
Yeah, but the question is then, do you overheat and pit, or do you conserve and try to be clever with the pit? Because don't forget, there is a mandatory pit stop in both of these races tonight. Because you can't pit on the first lap, you can't pit on the last lap, but you have to pit once. So when they pit is really up to them. However, it's when you pit that can really make a difference. Because you can either be shot into clean air, or you're shot into traffic and then you're screwed.
Just overtook Tonic for P10. Just noticed that on the ticker. Meanwhile, Mesa is looking for pretty much any kind of line he can take so that he can hold off Crow. Crow is really starting to put his foot in the door and trying to make sure he can secure P1 over Mesa, but he will not give it up that easily. Heiko, meanwhile, trying to sort of get in line as well, making it a three-way fight for the race lead in his BWT-sponsored truck. However, I think Crow's going to look for a way past Mesa Sphere. He's going on the inside, but I think... Yeah, Crow just... Oh, no, still side by side to go, and Mesa holding down the race lead for now. He's already starting to feel a little bit of pressure as they get bumped and grinded out of the way. Here comes Crow on the race lead now. But a dive bomb from Mesa here. And looks the door in front of him. And here comes Heiko trying to take advantage of the situation as well.
Heiko's really pushing, but he's on the wrong side of the track to capitalize any. Crow is actually doing a fantastic job right now. And if he keeps his heads on straight, he's looking at a possible victory here if he keeps this up, but he goes very wide on the exit of that corner to avoid a collision, but manages to keep ground as Mesa bumps in with the rear, forcing Crow wide.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's a three-way tie going to the first corner now on the third lap.
But now Heiko has the upper advantage now as he's on the inside, and with some turn too tight, and here comes McGrath. They're all holding each other up at the front.
This is not good, guys. Keep it clean, keep it tidy. You're losing a lot of time. Come on, boys.
They're keeping it tidy, but they're keeping it interesting. So FS, shh.
Oop, a bit of a calamity. Crow's gonna almost go in the wall and even taps Heiko. Crucial mistake from Crow as Sakura takes P4 away from him.
Crow hemorrhaging positions all the way down to 5th. He will be swearing eloquently as ever in true Crow-gasmic fashion.
Oh, look at Aaron! He's second!
Oh my! But
Heiko
he makes
wants
a
to
mistake.
Saying that.
No, there's still the inside for Aaron McGrath.
Oh, maybe a little bit of a revenge bump from Crow and Heiko.
Oh my god. Crow is going for it tonight.
And the Sakura now holding down the race lead. I know people that were focusing a lot on front, but I mean, there's the most action, and I know there's multiple cells trying to form already in the back of the pack.
Yeah, but I hate to say it, this is the part we want to see. As Heiko looking for a dive bomb on Aaron, Sakura following suit. Crow trying to get in the draft.
And Aaron now having to settle for P5.
Mesa.
Yeah, Mesa got himself a bit of a break, so he's trying to take the most of the opportunity as Crow for a dive bomb.
That
and it
is
works.
a dive bomb and a half.
And he makes it stick. That's P2 for Crow. Very strong comeback in just like, what, a lap?
Lap and a half, yes.
And also, Seca started to make a bit of a comeback as well. His start was a bit compromised by going a little bit wide, but he's now currently in 4th and trying to keep distance with P2. Very good recovery.
Crow really is going hell for leather, isn't he?
He better be, because he doesn't want to lose distance with Mesosphere. That's the last thing he wants if he wants the race win. It's a little bit early in the race, but everything can still happen in the pit stops. Hold on. I see 6th and 7th finding it a little bit out, getting a little bit argy-bargy. It's Big Chungus and or Nelly, I'll call him. Bit of a dive bomb here from Chungus and holding down the door on Nelly.
Yeah, but Chungus burning up those rear tyres like no tomorrow.
Now holding out the inside line on this multi-apex sweeper to the right. This will allow Nelly to take the position as Chungus is redefining track limits.
A little bit, but again in these trucks it's understandable.
Yeah, as I think Chungus took that personally and is going into the pits.
Well, this is possibly the first person we've seen pitting. So
no, it's not. We kind of missed the first person going in the pits already, but...
Who was the first person?
I don't know, but there was someone in the pits.
Oh, fuck's sake. Anyway, we'll say it and then it looks like we're paying attention. Okay, Ephes?
Yes.
Right, let's have a look, because people are already starting to spread out so that they don't lose time. But I would say the closest fight currently is for 3rd place between Heiko and Sakura.
Correct, that is indeed true. Heiko in the BWT sponsor stage truck. I love saying that. As Sakura is gonna go for the dive bomb here, not quite. It's a... yeah, here we go. Here comes Sakura and takes P3 away.
Ooh.
Heiko, though, may give him second thoughts on that. Not for now, though, having to settle for P4 and going in and gonna tuck right behind him. Aaron McCullough started to slightly close in on this battle.
Yeah, they are, and any more they battle is just time lost for them, so the more they battle, the more Aaron is thinking, I can catch up.
Yeah, it's actually a very strong start for Aaron, to be honest, because we don't really see him that much at the spearhead of the race. Usually he's like more upper midfield, complete midfield. However, this time he's actually, you know, fighting for the podium.
Yeah.
How close will go to Sakura? Well, not much.
But keeps it close, though.
Bomb.
Keeps it relevant.
True. He keeps it relevant. He still has enough time to go for long haul and perhaps steal P3 away from Sakura. However, after last week, I don't think Sakura is keen on repeating what happened. To give you an idea, he had a nightmare race in Catalonia, but then turned it around with a shock win at Spa. This, of course, makes me very happy.
The Belgian boys just utterly biased for one another. It's shocking, I know, it's disgusting. You don't want to see it. I do apologise, viewers.
You know, I'm not even gonna that.
What, that you're biased, or the fact that you're heavily biased?
I am biased towards Spa, but I visited the track, I've seen how pretty it is, I know what it can do, I know how much of a cruel mistress it is. Don't get me started on this year's Belgian Grand Prix. Negative flashbacks. But anyway, I still think it's my favorite track in the world, and of course that's just how I look at it.
Okay then. Don't really know where to take it from there, but
Taking this
Okay.
out of context, aren't we?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, the top 4, or even top 5 to a certain extent, is starting to spread out a little bit, and I think that's maybe a good opportunity to switch down to P11 here. In fact, maybe, yeah, P11, 12, and 13 are sort of scrapping out. Jubert and Sainty Boy have a little bit of a scrap.
Oh, you gotta love to see it.
Okay, here, go around the outside, but Sainty hold down the inside line nicely. Meaning that Sainty will now get the advantage here in the final corner, starting the 7th lap for him. Jubert keeping up nice and tidily in his number 69 Mercedes truck. And Big Chungus...
It had to be that number, didn't it?
Well, someone had to run it at some point. Oh, Chungus going in rather wide in that corner, allowing Sainty to easily catch him, although Big Chungus may have second thoughts on that matter. He's looking for a way past on the inside. Sainty will be a little bit wide here, now through the S section. Oh, here comes Chungus, and even Jubert almost, trying to capitalize on the situation.
Really?
More coming from these 3 trucks. Don't do that, guys. It's a bit dangerous for your front tires. You don't want to pit earlier than you want to, especially in these trucks.
Chungus is keeping it clean, but burning up that rear. Sainty, our current defending champion, is really struggling now.
Trying to get a foot in the door for P11. I mean, usually he converts his race 1 woes to a much stronger result in the second race, which of course has the habit of creating interesting traffic jams. We've seen it in Mugello, and we've seen it in Spa. So maybe we'll get something even crazier in Laguna Seca.
With a bit of luck.
I'm sure we'll get something.
If we don't, I want my money back.
We technically never paid anything for this, as Sainty is going for a bit of a dive bomb here. Chungus going wide, and that's P11 for Sainty.
Well done, Sainty.
Big Chungus is having second thoughts here. He's like the cat. No, I think he's now slightly backing off the throttle and going to tuck in behind Sainty, trying to go the long way round. Sainty holding the inside lane nicely. And that's reverse roll here. Actually, it's even P9 for Sainty. And we're also trying to get his foot in the door in Chungus's mind. Actually, no, Big Chungus going for a bit of a rub and grind approach on Sainty here for a little bit, as they now approach the end of the large runway that's cut in half on the west layout of this track. And Chungus going wide again, but Jubert again failing to capitalize on that mistake.
And that is only going to hurt him.
Oh, here he goes. Jubert going
deeper
around the outside
into this
now.
race.
Chungus even screwing up a bit more. And that's P10 for Jubert.
Well done, Jubert.
Chungus is now really struggling with his tires, so I think he's going to make the pit stop rather soon. Sainty now also trying to make use of the window that's being given to him and trying to extend that gap so that he can make sure he gets a good starting position for the second race.
Well, yeah, because starting position is everything.
Especially with these kind of trucks and the difficult overtaking nature of Laguna Seca. It's gonna be a sort of single file based race, but I don't know what to really expect from it. I mean, Spa was a bit of a surprise with these trucks, considering we kind of had to use a delayed start for that, but all the better, I suppose.
Yeah, true, true.
Big Chungus is in big trouble with Jubert here. Jubert now on the outside lane, but most likely having to back off. Ooh, Chungus nearly into the tire barriers.
Ooh, he's gonna be clenched.
he is, because that's now P8 for Jubert, taking away his previous position there. And Junkus is not exactly going to be happy about that.
No way they're going to be happy about it. They're going to be like, Jubert!
Pretty much. Chungus is loving those big Chungus sets he's doing on his opponents here. However, Jubert is just denying that proposition. Interesting line there from Chungus, cutting the grass a little bit. And here he comes on the inside line and taking Jubert out of the equation for a little bit, but going wide on the results.
Chungus is
In the pits.
really going toe to toe with Jubert.
Crow is currently in the pits. And is it Crow catching up to Mesa? Yes, it is. Crow's catching up to Mesa. Make sure we keep an eye on when they are very, very close, because that could be a rather interesting battle unfolding there. For now, we have to do it with Big Chungus and Jubert, as they're giving each other a bit of a rough time here. Here comes Jubert on the inside line. Clearly, Chungus a bit rubbing there. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. He's almost spinning them. I think there's a bit of force glue involved.
Oh, Forza glue again. Really?
I'm not sure, but okay, that looked deliberate. What happened just there? Chungus sort of driving into Jubert. I'm not sure, but maybe the stewards will have to take a look at that. That looked rather interesting.
That it did.
I mean, if you want to talk about steward decisions, they can't be more controversial than what was decided today in line of the Qatar Grand Prix, as I have to wait on that because Chungus is making another dive bomb and Jubert being a bit compromised on that as well. Although I don't know if it was because of that dive bomb, the Jubert. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of this battle right now. It's more of a street fight than a proper race battle.
Yeah, but it's brilliant though.
Yeah, let them race. That's the exact same thing. I'll say this. Let them race.
No, let them fight.
I mean, let them fight. Let them race. But yeah, back I was saying, steward decisions have been a bit of a talking point this week, in line of what happened at the previous Brazilian Grand Prix. Chungus really wants me to not talk about what happened, but yeah, he takes P7 away from Jubert. And Jubert trying to... Guys, make sure you not really rub to each other. Forza Glue is a bit of a bitch in this game. We've seen it we've seen it with Heiko actually last week at Spa, where he... not even kidding. He rolled his truck.
Oh, damn.
Yes, Heiko rolled his truck because of Forza Glue. And Chungus really pushing the needle here, as Extreme F1 is also trying to capitalize on this ugly kind of fight here between Jubert and Chungus. I think Extreme F1 is already rubbing his hands and looking for the earliest opportunity presenting to him. In fact, he's also trying to get a bit handy on this bit of a battle here. Oh, I think that's Mesa currently in the pits. Yes, it is Mesa, meaning Heiko will take the race lead. However, he has not pitted yet.
He's gone very long on this stint. Meanwhile, Sainty is trying to keep his lead over Aaron McGrath, currently in 5th place.
I think Sainty has pitted yet, and I think Aaron has pitted, so I'm not really sure how long this battle will last, but you'll have to see it, I suppose. As Mesa now overtakes Crow, it seems to be a battle for P2 right now. But yeah, keeping on board for now between Sainty and Aaron Actually, no, I don't really know if there's really too much happening between them right now. Let's take a look at P7. It's starting to become a freeway fight as Jubert goes for the inside dive bomb there. Chungus a bit compromised, but still holds down P7. Joubert having to reconsider his attack approach. And they're scrapping it out. Extreme F1 will be rubbing his hands, looking for that opportunity when it presents itself. Those two are going to end up each other into the wall at some point, and Extreme F1 will happily take P7 then away from them. Only 3 laps to go, so it better happens now or never.
It's gonna be close.
And close is already an understatement here, because look how close Extreme F1 is already to the scrap.
Oh! This is so tight. Chungus and Joubert have now formed a 4-way fight.
Pretty much. Here's Stuck out of nowhere.
It's simple. These two have been knocking 7 bells out of one another. And this has only created more racing action for us to enjoy.
If that again. Here goes Joubert now on the inside, on the outside. Chungus trying to take. Yep, he takes P7 away. I'm not really. And yeah, Joubert is also getting caught up now by Extreme F1. This is what I was talking about. Finally, Extreme F1 gets his opportunity, and he gets it presented big time. Oh, he almost. He nearly turns Big Chungus. Bit of an accident. Stuck gets away on P7. Oh, damn, that's taking advantage when it being presented to you.
That certainly is. That's how you do it.
And it's only a matter of time before race distance is being run down for them. It's only 2 more laps for those 4 people. Meanwhile, it's I think it's still Heiko that's in the race lead. Yes, it is. Heiko is still on the race lead, so he will probably take his pit stop this very lap. The question is, will he keep it? As Extreme F1 is losing out on P8 and P9 right now, so he's really losing out on this battle, but Stuck being a clear victor in this. Yep, Heiko is in the pits. Heiko is in the pits. Let's keep an eye out on that right now, because I am not sure if... I don't think he will keep the race lead, because here come Mesa and Crow. They're approaching the final turn now, and Heiko is still not rolling. Yeah, he's rolling now. And they're rounding the final turn off right now. I don't think... Yeah, Heiko will not keep the race lead, because here come Mesa and Crow, and in fact, he will probably go down to P4 as well. Here comes Sakura and takes P3 away from Heiko. And remember, we're on the final lap as well.
I will say, though, I'm very impressed with Crow still.
Yeah, he had to overcome a bit of a deficit on opening laps, but he's still in it with a chance. But he's still in chance for winning it, but he has to make the move rather now than never. Speaking of a move, it's a little bit of a 4-way fight between Stuck, Joubert, Chungus, and Extreme F1. With Stuck clearly being in control of this 4-way fight, and Joubert and Chungus and Extreme F1 being caught out after their interesting incidents, so to say.
Yeah.
Now over the shortcut into... Here Joubert goes wide!
Ooh.
That's an odd maneuver to make, I would say.
Having to put focus, though, back on our leader. Mesosphere has driven quite literally a perfect race. But Crow hasn't given up. He has certainly applied the pressure where needed. But it's not enough pressure. Crow is going to have to settle for second place as Mesa is about to cross the line. P1 for Mesosphere. A shocking P2 for Crow. Sakura rounds out the top 3. Heiko in 4th now. Now finishing up, we've got Sainty in 5th. Aaron McGrath in a very respectable 6th, I might add. Then we've got Stuck finishing in 7th after all of that calamity.
And Big Chungus, Extreme 1 and Joubert with Nelly following suit currently on their approach to the finish line, with then Sergio, Infernus and Tonic, with Jax rounding off the pack in 15th. I think Tonic is going to be disappointed with that result because she qualified in 8th and she is rather hard on herself when it comes to racing performance.
She is, but, you know, you do what you can.
Absolutely. As long as you smile, that's when you're doing good.
You gotta smile.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the timer. So that's race 1 complete of what is it? The fourth week of this championship. We're already halfway there.
Yes, we are, good buddy, and it's only gonna get faster from here.
Yeah, only 2 more weeks after this one, and then arguably one of FTC's most popular series is over.
Shockingly so.
Anyway, next round coming up right now. We're moving from the south of the United States all the way to the west coast, to Laguna Seca, arguably one of America's most well-known racing tracks alongside Daytona and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. However, Laguna Seca is world famous for its very infamous corkscrew, which you can actually pass people under if you're in an Indy car and named Alex Zanardi.
Oh, God.
Hey, what's the matter? I'm spitting facts here.
I know you're spitting facts, but oh, God. Let's see in chat quickly. We've got Tonic saying, I'm struggling with the gearing with this. Simple, Tonic. Change just as it hits the rev limiter.
Has been really struggling with these trucks.
Exo Rallying in chat saying, Seca in trucks? Hell yes. Yes, that is coming up momentarily, Exo. So you've got that for your viewing pleasure with your little eyeballs.
And let's quickly go over, like I sometimes like to do in these intermissions. Let's go over a little bit of race car news. Start off.
Sure thing.
Yeah, so starting off with a bit of a retirement announcement made by Nissan. Because at the end of this season in Super GT, the Nissan GTR will be retired from GT500 duties and will be replaced next year. And we are pretty sure we know by which car it's going to be replaced, being the new Nissan Z.
Oh, please tell me not based off the horrible new 350Z thing.
That's what they're probably going to... we have no confirmation of what it will be replaced by, but we're very, I mean, the most signs are pointing to the new Nissan 400Z or the Proto Z or how you want to call it.
It sucks.
I can't really give an opinion on that because I have not really seen it in action. I've not seen really any kind of reviews or how it will look as a race car. We've seen it already in terms of like concept renders, and I really can't wait to see how it will look like in GT500's parts. That's a one to watch for sure next year.
Can we have a new version, please, of the GTR? You know, it's been out since 2008.
They are trying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that the GTRs are completely out of running because they are still gone. We're having to wait for the next GTR essentially if they want to replace the 400Z, or like if they're gonna bring it back for Super GT.
Fair enough.
I mean, well, that's the point really of Super GT. They're trying to keep their flagship model, so to say, in relevance. Because it's the fastest class.
Well, yeah, but still.
But I get what you mean. Like, I mean, the GTR is born to race. It's of course it's actually also the first GT car I fell in love with ever since seeing it back when I was like, what, 10 years old? And I was following FIA GT1. That was a series I really miss. I really miss FIA GT1. You had your Corvettes, your Murcielagos, the Maserati MC12 GT. It was also a car in that series. But GTR was, in my opinion, was always the car I always rooted for.
Fair enough. Would you like to know one of my more recent favourite GT cars, simply because it shouldn't have been there, but it was fantastic to see it there?
By all means.
The Mercedes SLS GT3.
Yeah, but of course, that's a good-looking race car. That is really a good-looking race car.
The SLS, quite literally, the natural-born drift machine. As a GT3 car, it couldn't have been done better.
I actually used that car a lot back in Grid 2, just because I like the GT car.
I'm nodding my head in approval with the Airfis.
What's the matter with me using the SLS GT3 as a Tier 5 car in Grids 2?
Alright, that's the last time I agree with you then and give you credit.
Oh wait, you actually agreed.
Yes!
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
No, moment's gone. No.
I will. Moving on.
XR Allen says, my prediction is a bowling game into turn 1. So basically a replica of Hungary. Is there space for 12 plus cars into turn 1? No. Why is there so much confusion going on in the Lusal? Just scrap or U or O and say Lisa. Axel, what the hell are you going on about? I feel like I'm having a stroke reading your comment.
Actually, I was about to continue this before chat radio stuff, but do you want to hear? I'm gonna give you a little pop quiz, which is also gonna tie into our fun fact of the day. Do you want to guess there has been a Formula 1 driver in the Need for Speed game? Can you guess which one?
No.
Okay, you a hint. Friend. So that should already narrow it down a little bit.
Grosjean?
Vay says,
Yeah?
ding 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 ding, you're right.
Wait, which one?
Oh man, he was a GT driver. He raced in FIA GT1 in the 4GT, and the only time the FIA GT1 was featured in a racing game was Need for Speed Shift 2 Unleashed.
That is a great Easter egg.
And here's another fun fact. At the time, he was racing under the Swiss nationality.
Why is that?
I don't know. I actually asked that question to the guys over from Praga Cars, which, quickly saying, Praga Cars organized a Q&A with Romain Grosjean. I asked the question like, you raced under Swiss nationality, but you switched to France. Any specific reason for that? In the meantime, Metal, it's time you get these boys sent on their way. It's a reverse grid with stereo jacks and tonic staring down T1. It's yours to call now.
Well, we've just had PTG Anarchy join, so I don't know if we might be having a restart.
That's actually a good point. And he's in a car that I already... the poor 037. Oh, I miss that thing in Horizon 5. I really do.
I'm going to be honest with you, Effort. I don't.
I mean, that's a fair point to make because I missed the car, but it's not like I miss, the presence of Alfa Romeo and all that stuff. Anyway, I think we got ourselves a race countdown timer, so Metal, down to you. At least.
So, 14 laps, some big boy trucks, and Laguna Seca. There's only one phrase to kickstart this off. Well and truly right. Lights out, away we go here at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca, where Jax is making way as he is leading the pack from the word go. Tonic really having to brake hard, as in fairness is almost taken it quite suddenly, but Tonic hold on to second place. Okay, if Jax holds first place for another 3 laps, when I'm here, I will do a bet of Haseo's choosing.
Meantime, Sergio and Joubert are a bit caught by the traffic already. They're starting to form a bit of a traffic jam here for everyone else behind them. Extreme of 1 is the first trying to get past it.
It's like, move! Move out of my way!
And of course, that could be a bit of a narrow track, especially for these kind of trucks. Overtaking will be at a premium, as Saint is trying to find out as well. But here comes Joubert on the top of what is it, the corkscrew? Here he comes, round the outside. And it seems he's making it stick as Infernus goes wide. And in fact, tackles with Extreme F1. And look at Tonic and Nelly going there. Tonic being a bit pushed into the gravel. Nelly now in second. And Sergio even taking advantage of all of this. Tonic now going down to P4. And here comes the traffic jam behind her.
This is gonna be where Tonic
Look at the
struggles.
clusterfuck. Look at it. 5
Oh
lights.
my
It's 5
God.
lights.
Oh
What in the
my-
actual...
What am I seeing?
What in the actual hell am I witnessing here, ladies and gentlemen? Look at it! As
I don't
furnace
know,
goes off and is stopped on track. Same with
Yeah,
Tonic.
Tonic just completely pulled over because I think she realised she was causing a bit of a traffic jam.
Wait, how far's... Oh my god, Jax is still in the leads.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Sakura is currently under pressure from Aaron Oh, hold on. Yeah, I think that's yeah, that's a restart. That is clearly a restart.
Seems like people weren't too happy with the 5 wide situation.
Well, all but us were happy to be on. Wait, no, wait. All but us were not happy. There we go. I mean,
Very eloquently said, Ephes.
Yeah, we were in the 5 wide action down the start-finish straight. I've never seen that ever.
In trucks, mind you.
If you thought the traffic jam on Mugello caused by Tonic was busy, well, that trumps it.
It's like you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, that is the FTC traffic jam moment of the week.
Wait, that's a thing.
Just invented it.
Well, it's a thing now.
Exactly. Unfortunately, this award does not warrant any points in the championship, so there's that.
Oh, sad noises for Ephes.
Yeah. Anyway, I think they're about to retry that once again. So let's see what we can do on the second attempt. Down to you.
Well, here we go again, and hopefully things go a little bit smoother. You ready, Effis?
I am. Let's get this show on the road.
Lights out, away we go once more as Jax leads them off once again into a race of what can possibly be pure chaos. Because Jax is leading them into 14 laps of trucks as in fairness he's already bashing doors with Tonic for second place. What on earth is going on? These two are really starting to force one another, and I don't want to sound biased or anything, but come on, in fairness.
And Sergio's already trying to look for a way past both of them, but I don't think that will last for long because here comes the traffic jam. There's lots of angry truck drivers coming up on the behind them, and it's gonna be a bit messy going up the hill here at Muscle Raceway Laguna Seca.
Oh, it's going to be very messy.
If one is already wide into the gravel and being caught out there, there's a bit of a force glue mode happening between them, and Jure going past extreme of one on the top of the corkscrew. P5 for Joubert. But here we go. It's going to be a bit tight in here as Sainty is trying to find out the hard way. Look at what's happening here. A bit of a mess now.
Oh my god, and Tonic has come to a standstill at the corkscrew once again.
Not like the car that Tonic was hoping for, but that's unfortunately the nature of the track. Now we go through the final quarter here. Will we have a 5-wide moment like in the last race? Doesn't look like it. So that's your first step. Relatively, I mean, there was some chaos, but not like chaos on the levels of the first attempt of this race. As Stuck goes for a dive bomb on Aaron McGrath. Very nicely done from Stuck. P7 now for him as he tries to make his way past the others. If he can run away from all the chaos happening behind him, he might be on for a very, very strong results. Being now caught out by Joubert, going now down to the inside. Dive bomb from Joubert here. Nice done from him. P4 for him as Nelly is also trying to take advantage of the situation, but doesn't seem to have the pace out of the corner right now. Side by side they go up the hill before they go towards the infamous corkscrew. Nelly being a bit over ambitious as that allows now pretty much the entire field behind them. Sainty, Aaron, and Stuck taking advantage of the situation. P5 for Stuck now.
I'm watching Sainty go for a dive on Stuck and being chased by Aaron. And you would never think trucks like this, you know, would be like this. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, traffic jam is starting to ease up a little bit, with Crow here now on the inside and going into P8 for him as well. With Nelly and Mesa already taking his pit stop. I think Mesa is here on a good call because of the traffic jam slowing him down. He's already taking his pit stop and having clean air, which will be very beneficial.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ, Sakura, that's a dive bomb. As Heiko does the same thing, following suit. A dive bomb, Tonic.
I feel like I just missed perfection.
Meanwhile, a bit of a traffic jam is developing. Well, not really much of a traffic jam, but Sergio is trying to be a little bit rude or polite, whatever you want to see it, in denying Joubert P3, with Sainty trying to take over Stuck's P5 and everyone else behind them following suit. Joubert must be getting pretty impatient because Sergio is doing a lot of blocking there. However, at the infamous corkscrew corner here atop of Laguna Seca, the highest point of the track, you can't really pass all too much.
That you certainly cannot.
just F that. I'm literally gonna prove F is wrong as usual, and taking P8 away from Sakura. And
Crow
now,
is doing magnificent tonight. I will say, I'm very, very proud of Crow.
Also, Stuk is now going into the pits with Sakura accompanying him. And I think, yeah, more people join them in the pits as well. In fact, it's pretty busy in the pits currently.
It is. There's a lot more people taking pits this early on than I would have thought they would.
Ooh, Crow making another giant eyeball on Aaron McGrath into turn 1. Crow's starting to come alive in this race.
That he certainly is. It's refreshing to see.
You can say that again. All the way up to P6 is Crow already, but he still has to take his pit stop.
Sainty hot on the heels of Jubert. And Aaron McGrath is chasing as well. Crow's in the middle of it all trying to chase Extreme F1. Fantastic stuff we're seeing here.
Also a little bit busy for the people coming out of the pits. Here comes Sakura trying to open Stuk for P10. He does so, but it's still neck and neck. Going to the turn-up point for going uphill. Sakura takes P10 away from Stuk. Very unfortunate for Stuk.
Very unfortunate for Stug, but very fortunate for us to see as well. So let's see what they can all do when the pressure is just turned up that little bit more.
To notice something. Jax is about to complete his 4th lap in the leads.
No fucking
Yes.
What black magic is this?
I think it's called a unhealthy amount of race lead given to the race leader, but it works.
What black magic universe are we living in?
Oh, here's Sainty on the inside of Jubert and taking P4 away from him. Sainty is about to break free.
Go on, Sainty, my son.
As Stuk is trying to hold off Crow right now. Interesting turn of events for Stuk here. They've all pitted right now, but Stuk is pretty much playing the waiting game. Every position he can hold off for now is an extra position at the end of the race. Laguna Seca is already a little bit difficult to pass, but we know Crow can do some crazy dive bombs when he gets the opportunity to do them. And I don't think we'll see that currently right here, going now up the hill.
Oh, Sainty! Sainty and Phil collide on the rear. Phil holds it very well, though. That could have been a terrible accident. That allows Jubert to slip past back into 4th place.
As Sainty is now on the inside of Jubert after going nicely around the outside, and here they come, they rub and grind. It's a bit of a scramble between the two. In fact, make it 3, because here's Aaron McGrath. Sergio gets tagged massively. Sainty has compromised his race dramatically. Sainty's going pissed. Sainty, because his dive bomb last week at Catalunya, his dive bomb was also pretty costly in the first race. So I think he has perhaps a bit of a thinking process to go through for next week.
All I can say to that is ouch.
Pretty much. It's now a 4-way fight pretty much for P3 with Jubert leading the charge. Here comes Sergio. Big ramp between the two as Jubert is being caught out, meaning that he will drop back now to P6 with Heiko and friends taking advantage of that. Now on the inside of Aaron McGrath with Heiko as well, and that costs
Aaron McGrath clips the sand. I feel so sorry for him.
Very unfortunate. Hold on, the race leader, Serio Jax, is about to be caught by Infernus. you are hearing me right. Stereo Jax is finally being caught by Infernus, and it only took us 6 laps.
I don't know what to say to that.
I either. I really do not know. But Stereo Jax is about to complete his 6th lap as the race leader. Never mind, commentator's curse being given. He goes wide and Infernus takes P1 away. New race leader, Infernus. I think Metal is just gone speechless.
I am. I truly am. I never thought I would see that name with P1 next to it.
Meanwhile, we got Sainty, Aaron, and Jubert leaving the pits now. It's a bit of a traffic jam now, but here comes Extreme F1. Aaron McGrath actually jumping Sainty in the pits as well.
Oh my god, look at the cluster at 9th.
That's what
Aaron McGrath
now,
goes
Aaron
on
McGrath
the
has to
inside
hold
of
down
Extreme
everything.
F1.
Meanwhile, wait, it's Mesa and Sergi? No, Sakura. It's between. I'm not really sure what I have to look at. Pretty much. Anyway, let's focus for now on P9 because it's a bit busy in that position right now. Aaron McGrath trying to take it away, but here comes Sainty on the inside line and making a successful dive bomb this time. Not so successful as first thought. Having to settle down before for a little bit here. Let's take a look here at P11. Yeah, that's Sainty right now, looking for an opportunity on the top of Laguna Seca's most famous corner, and he does so indeed. Although he might be going a little bit too deep into the corkscrew. Never mind, he holds the position down. And Extreme F1 is having second thoughts because here he comes around the outside, but it's really difficult to overtake around the outside. And Sainty holding down the position, but now we go to that hairpin where people run wide for days. Sainty is looking down, but here comes Nelly on the inside of Extreme F1.
Extreme F1
Nelly
and Jubert are side by side.
F1. What happens? Down to turn 1 we go.
Jubert on the inside, Nelly on the outside. This is tight.
And F1 taking advantage of Nelly running wide there. Also, we're currently on lap 8. We're already over the halfway distance point with Infernus still to pit, but currently your race leads.
I still can't get over that. Just gonna say that.
Pretty much. However, who's currently bringing up the rear? Oh, that's Sonic. Yeah, not having the easiest of races tonight. Really not having the... Yeah, she's really struggling tonight. However, P9 is starting to run away. Aaron McGrath is running away with the window he's given, meaning Sainty is down for the chase game.
The chase game is always fun, however, it's how long they can do that chase for. Because however long they're chasing for is just less time they can spend actually being in the position they want to be.
Pretty much. I think, pretty much, yeah. That's currently all the action that is unfolding on the track. We're currently just waiting on the pit stops of everyone else. And I think I'll be giving a little bit of action indeed, because here come Sergio out of the pits as well as Big Boss Man Jax.
You gotta love Big Boss Man Jax.
In fact, Jax has just come out in front of Jubert, and Jubert making quick work of that and taking P9 away from Big Boss Man Jax.
Jubert, you're so mean!
And that's pretty much everything that's going on right now, with Jubert and Jax be currently the closest out on track. Although we're still waiting for race leader Infernus to take his pit stop, but I don't think he will really keep his lead because Heiko is on fast approach. In fact, let's take a quick look here at Sakura and Mesa. I think currently P2, 3, and 4 have taken their pit stop already, so I'm not sure how this will play out. Unless Heiko has not pitted, he might be taking a shock win.
If this might actually be a shock win of the century, coming from nowhere to actually being this high up.
Let's see how it plays out, but for now we're still 5 laps to go before the night ends for our truckers. Let's see what will happen over these next 5 laps. All we can hope for is a little bit of action, as there's a little bit of action perhaps going on all the way at the back of the field between Tonic and Extreme F1. She's currently holding up Extreme F1 rather abruptly, but here comes Extreme F1 on the inside line. They're going now side by side on the start finish straight here alongside the pit wall. Extreme F1 really has to make quick work of Tonic if he wants any chance at perhaps catching someone of a mistake at the tail end of the field in 12. But it's not looking like that, at least for now.
No.
Extreme F1 really struggling with the control of his truck right now. Not really keeping it straight, but that's all we can really say about this battle for now. Let's see what happens further up the field. I think Heiko is literally cutting about 1 to 2 seconds per lap out of Infernus' race lead. So I think it's time for Infernus to pit about now, because he's losing a lot of time compared to, well, the faster guys. In fact, Heiko is going in the pits!
Oh.
Heiko
This
in the pits. That means Sakura is currently in the lead. Is your race leader.
Now, this will be crunch time because Sakura is being hunted down by Mesa each and every little portion. Question is, though, will he... 4 laps is a long time to ask.
It's a lot. It really is a lot. But he has coped with it brilliantly at Spa, so I have every piece of... You know what, I'm not even going to say it because I have a reputation for jinxing.
That you do, actually, that you do.
Yeah, thanks for acknowledging that, that was really kind of you. Anyway...
Oh, you're more than welcome, buddy.
Anyway, what's this here? Tonic and Extreme F1 still scrapping it out. Tonic currently in P13. Still holding still trying to keep Extreme F1 behind her. Jubert also in a similar position trying to overtake Sergio for P11. However, I think all eyes currently are on the race lead currently with Sakura trying to run away. In fact, no. It's currently Infernus in race lead, but our net race leader is Sakura, who's trying to run ever so slightly, run away from Mesa, and is in fact doing that as we speak. He's currently he has actually extended his advantage by about what, 0.4 seconds?
Yeah, by about that.
3 more laps to go. Mesa needs to cut out about 0.5, 0.7 seconds a lap if he wants to be at least on the rear bumper of Sakura's truck, but I don't know if that's going to be possible.
It might be with a little bit of luck and bad luck from Sakura, who is smoking that inside rear tyre just to try and keep the lead, but going down to 4th, Stug and Crow are having a nice little fight as well.
Yeah, Stug is on fire tonight. Really doing some impressive racing today. And keeping Crow behind him is in itself already an achievement, perhaps worthy of Driver of the Day. Wouldn't you agree?
Maybe. That is up for discussion later, dear fellow.
It's yeah.
We've got Emerald in chat saying, "Hi FS, hi Metal, hello." Emerald, how are you doing, bud?
First, be caught by Sakura who's on fast approach. But Infernus is going to perhaps hold up Sakura the most here. He needs to get rid of Infernus as soon as he can. And he better does that rather sooner than later. Although Infernus has still not pitted. Will he stay out or will he pit now? This could perhaps make Sakura's life a lot. Yeah, here goes Infernus into the pits. So Sakura is your race leader. 2 more laps to go around Laguna Seca. And he's really extending his advantage over Mesa, surprisingly.
That they really are.
Just 2 more laps to go for Sakura, and he's having a very healthy advantage over Mesa. Uncharacteristic, very surprising for Mesa, being caught out again by Sakura, like it was last week.
Oof.
Wait, Stug is in third! Wait, has he pitted yet? Surely he has.
Stug would have to pit this lap.
Oh,
they already have. If they haven't,
man.
it will be heartbreaking. If they have, though, this is going to be amazing.
That's going to be a masterstroke in terms of strategy.
It will be a masterclass of strategy.
Yeah. But for now, let's see if that masterstroke can be repeated for Sakura, who's currently now at the corkscrew going down that left-right chicane with that large amount of drop-off. Currently extending his advantage as we speak, and he's about home free. He needs to hang on for 1 more lap, and he will get his 2nd victory in this series, if I recall correct.
That is actually quite the accolade. 2nd victory in the series.
Yep, but all remains to be seen. Here we go. Final lap is now. White flag sponsored by, I don't think anyone. You know what? Last lap sponsored by Forzacom GG. How about that? We haven't mentioned their name at least once in the stream.
That is because we're waiting for a special moment like this for a very special group of people like Forzacom GG. If you are at all near the Forza racing scene, you need to have heard of Forzacom GG. They are the hottest place to be for what is hot and what is not in the known Forza racing universe. They are working with us and have been for many, many, many months, and we love them here at FTC. So from the bottom of my heart, FTC's heart, and the rest of FTC, go check out Forzacom GT because they are the coolest people to work with, talk to, and interact with.
Stug! No, Stug, come on! He has a pit. He's currently in P3. Stug might be off for a shock podium here. If he holds Crow down, this could be an amazing podium here.
This really could be. Holy shit!
However, I think it's time that we focus on the race lead. Our boy Sakura has coped brilliantly once more. It's like he's literally in control whenever these kind of scenarios happen. Rounding the final turn. Mesa is absolutely nowhere. But here he comes. FTC Sakura will take his 2nd victory of this series. Get in there!
You have never sounded more biased towards a driver in your entire life.
Sakura is a good friend of mine. Oh, P3. Stug is gonna hold it down. Stug is gonna be P3. Crow P4. Woo! Well done to Stug. Good job, buddy.
Well done, Stug. I will say though, only just.
Yeah, Sainty and Aaron McGrath following suit in P6, 7, and 8, with Heiko being 5th. Next to round up the grid is Nelly in P9. After that, we have Stereo Jacks in a very, very respectable P10.
I'll take the P10.
Oh, here we go, P12. They're rubbing and grinding. Here comes Extreme F1 on the inside. No, it's Tonic who's going to take P12 away from Extreme F1. Looks like it. Tonic takes P12.
Well done, Tonic.
And that is race 2 of the 4th week of this series. That was a good one.
That was a very good one. However, now comes the difficult bit. Driver of the day.
Hey. Whew. Well, I mentioned his name already. Stug. Easily.
I can see that.
Any nominations you want to make?
Stug.
Oh, well, there you go. It's unanimous. So, Stug, buddy. Oh, you just left the lobby, but who cares?
Stug is our driver of the day here at FTC for what is possibly one of the best feats of, well, shock last entry podium that we've seen here. But, unfortunately, that is it.
Yeah,
Now,
that's it.
Coming Sunday is our FTC Drivers Academy, where if you're new or older, like, you can sharpen your skills and learn some skills of some faster people. It's always good fun to attend. Then on Tuesday we are back, where hopefully Hosea will be back and not so ill today, so fingers crossed he's there. And next Thursday is the return once again of Phil and Dave, showing you how to take the best photos in Forza Horizon 5. So, without any further ado, Ephes, it's been a true pleasure having you here again, bud.
Same thing here. Looking forward to the next opportunity that's coming to my way at some point. But it's, like I said, it's a pleasure with you always sitting in this booth and commentating on for some good racing today. Looking forward until next time.
Aww, isn't he cute? Anyway, be good to yourselves, be kind to each other, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!